Welcome, everyone. We're here today to hear from Dr. Duanita, who's going to talk about the importance of financial freedom for counselors. In the program to activate your business consciousness, one of the central concepts you teach is financial freedom. Can you tell us what exactly financial freedom is?
Thank you, Catherine. Well, on a very basic level, financial freedom is when your passive income is greater than your expenses. So the key word here is passive income versus active income. And basically, active income is income that we have to work for. And we know it's active income because if we stopped working, the income would stop. But passive income, on the other hand, is income that comes in whether or not you're working. So generally, passive income comes from investments or assets. Now, for most counselors, a majority of their income is active. In other words, we have to see clients to get paid. If we stop working, or if we stopped being there to see clients, our income stops. So what I advocate is that counselors begin to see the potential for them to create information products, which then could be sold, creating streams of passive income based on intellectual property.
Why is financial freedom an important financial goal for counselors in particular?
I think it's absolutely crucial that counselors, right when they're being trained in school, begin to develop the idea of building financial freedom as a concept right into their business goals. And there's lots of reasons for this. First of all, financial freedom is really important because it allows us as counselors to honor our ethical commitment to self-care. It allows us to be able to take time off, to refresh, to work shorter work weeks and work days. This is really important, especially in our field, because we have to take care of ourselves. The very nature of the work we do in the field can be really taxing on us, and this has to be taken into consideration. Counselors are at extreme risk of vicarious traumatization, or in other words, being overwhelmed by the issues that we're hearing. So very often we have to limit our hours of direct service or take breaks from our business in order to practice self-care, to ensure that we're consistently providing a high level of service that far exceeds expectations. You have to remember that in counseling, we are the tools. And so as the tool, our heart, our mind, our body, that's what we work with. And it's critical that we are able to take care of it. And taking care of it takes money. So we have to build in a way to create streams of income to be able to support ourselves and to minimize that risk of vicarious traumatization. Now, the third reason financial freedom is a really important business goal for counselors to consider is that it might allow us also to give more to the community. So if we had to work only because we wanted to, rather than for money, we might be able to work in areas and ways where people are currently unable to get the services due to lack of money. And this is what I call the service gap. You know, right now, there's a large number of people who need counseling services. And there's also a large number of trained counselors who are sitting in private practices needing clients. And so there's this huge service gap. And what causes the problem here? Why aren't these people getting services? Well, you know, it's economics. And I say that it's our responsibility as counselors to economically empower ourselves so that we can bridge this economic gap and get the services over to the people in need who might not be able to access services otherwise. So once again, just based on the values and on our mission and what we need to do in terms of getting services to people, being financially free would enable us to really fulfill our mission as people of service in the community. Now, the fourth reason that financial freedom is very important business goal for counselors is that it might mean more economic power, which might give us more say in the world community and the ability to actually effect change on a macro level in more powerful ways. And I personally feel that the world would be a much better place if more people who had the kind of service values and were based in a code of ethics like counselors are, if more people like that had also the economic means to make changes in the world, I think that we would be living in a much, much better world. And probably the fifth, and I think the most important reason for counselors to build financial freedom into their business plan is that it's very important that we never have to rely on our clients for income. Our sources of financial well-being need to be really well established so that our livelihood is never dependent on whether or not a client pays us or whether or not they continue therapy or not. Because if we need a client's money to pay our bills, so if we're relying on a client coming in every week, we may also find influences coming into our therapeutic decisions that have more to do with our financial picture than what is therapeutically appropriate for others. So once again, financial freedom is crucial because it would alleviate this.
What will the results be when your vision is reality?
Well, Catherine, my mission is to create waves of economically empowered helping professionals who really have the ability to bring to reality their most creative service dreams. And, just imagine a world where healers are financially free and they have more than enough money to give back to society in all kinds of creative ways. Can you just imagine? What a world that would be.
Yes, indeed. What a world that would be. To find more information about the program to activate your business consciousness and the financial freedom study groups that Dr. Duanita runs, please visit thementoringstore.ca. Thank you.